Have you ever wondered how the political situation in a seemingly distant archipelago like the Maldives could impact a giant like India? Let's delve into the details. The Maldives, a chain of islands strategically located in the Indian Ocean, has recently witnessed a significant political shift. The archipelago's presidential election in late 2023 saw the rise of opposition leader Mohamed Muizzu, a civil engineer by profession and the current mayor of Malé, the capital of Maldives. Notably, Muizzu's political alignment leans more towards China, diverging from Maldives' traditional partnership with India. This shift came as a surprise, upending the efforts of the incumbent President Ibrahim Mohamed to strengthen ties with India. The election, thus, had deeper implications than a mere change in leadership. It marked a distinct shift in the Maldives' geopolitical alignment. As we move forward, we will see how this shift in power has sparked a geopolitical tug-of-war in the Indian Ocean. Mohamed Muizzu, a civil engineer by profession and the current mayor of Malé, began his political journey with a strong focus on infrastructure. His expertise was put to the test during his tenure as the construction minister, a period marked by several Chinese-funded infrastructure projects. These projects were not merely a testament to his skill as a civil engineer, but also a reflection of his political leanings. Muizzu's alignment with China was not just limited to infrastructure development. It extended into the realm of foreign relations, leading to a significant shift in the Maldives' traditional alliances. His election campaign was underscored by a clear narrative, a call to limit India's political and economic influence in the Maldives. This narrative resonated with a majority of the Maldivian populace, leading to his victory in the presidential elections. His successful campaign strategy was based on a simple premise: the Maldives needed to diversify its alliances and partnerships. He argued that a singular focus on India was limiting the country's potential, a sentiment that won him 54% of the votes. However, his election was not just a win for him or the Progressive Party of Maldives. It represented a broader shift in the Maldives' geopolitical stance, a shift that was not welcomed by all. The election of Muizzu signaled an end to the incumbent President Ibrahim Mohamed efforts to strengthen ties with India, heralding a new era in Maldives' foreign relations. India, a traditional partner of Maldives, found itself in a precarious position with Muizzu's ascension. The Maldives, nestled strategically in the Indian Ocean, has long been a close ally of India. But with a new leadership that leans more towards China, this relationship is now under a cloud of uncertainty. The Indian Ocean, with its vast expanse and strategic location, is a hotbed for geopolitical interests. The Maldives, in particular, is a valuable piece in this complex puzzle due to its close proximity to India's southern coastline. The archipelago serves as a crucial link in maritime trade routes and military strategies. However, the rise of Muizzu, with his pro-China stance, has stirred the waters. His election was largely based on a campaign against India's political and economic influence in the Maldives. This shift in allegiance is a cause for concern for India, which has been working diligently to strengthen its ties with the island nation. Further adding to the apprehension was Muizzu's promise to remove foreign military personnel from the Maldives. This includes a small Indian force, a symbol of the military cooperation between the two countries. The withdrawal of this force could potentially weaken India's strategic position in the region. While Muizzu's actions may be seen as a win for China, it's important to note that relations between India and the Maldives are still on friendly terms. Both countries sent representatives to Muizzu's inauguration, a sign that diplomatic relations remain intact. But beneath the surface-level cordiality, there's a noticeable shift in the balance of power. India, once a dominant player in the Maldives, now has to grapple with the possibility of diminished influence. This could have far-reaching implications not just for India, but for the entire region as well. Although diplomatic relations remain cordial, India faces a potential loss of influence in the region. The shift in Maldives' political landscape has far-reaching implications beyond just India. Let's take a moment to consider the broader geopolitical chessboard at play here. The Maldives, a collection of islands sprinkled across the Indian Ocean, may seem small in size, but it's a heavyweight in strategic importance. It's a critical link in the chain of nations that stretch from the Horn of Africa to the western shores of Australia, a region that has become a hotbed of geopolitical competition. At the heart of this competition are two of the world's most populous nations, India and China. Both have significant stakes in the region. For India, the Maldives is a traditional ally, a neighbor, and a key component of its neighborhood-first policy. For China, the Maldives is an integral part of its ambitious Belt and Road Initiative, a global infrastructure development strategy aimed at boosting China's economic and political influence. The election of President Mohamed Muizzu, perceived as pro-China, could tip the scales in this delicate balance of power. His promises of stronger ties with China and the removal of foreign military personnel, particularly Indian forces, may signal a shift in the Maldives' allegiance. But it's not just about India and China. The ripple effects of this political shift could be felt far and wide. The United States, Japan, Australia, and other nations have vested interests in maintaining a free and open Indo-Pacific region. Any change in the Maldives' political alignment could potentially disrupt the stability of this critical maritime corridor, influencing trade routes, security alliances, and regional power dynamics. In essence, the Maldives is more than just a tropical paradise. It's a geopolitical chess piece caught in the midst of a grand power play. Its strategic location, coupled with the changing political landscape, makes it a focal point in the evolving narrative of global politics. As regional dynamics evolve, the world watches with bated breath. The political saga in the Maldives is a testament to the ripple effect of local politics on international relations. The rise to power of Mohamed Muizzu, a man who has shown a clear inclination towards China, has stirred the waters of the Indian Ocean. His victory has not only disrupted the domestic political landscape of the Maldives, but also carries significant implications for the geopolitical dynamics in the region. The impact on India, a traditional ally of the Maldives, is substantial. Muizzu's promise to remove foreign military personnel, including a small Indian force, marks a stark departure from the previous administration's India First policy. This shift in alliances symbolizes a potential setback for India and a win for China, highlighting the strategic positioning of the Maldives as a battleground for these two Asian giants. The geopolitical implications extend beyond the borders of these nations. The Maldives' strategic location in the Indian Ocean is a source of concern for India and its allies, as China's growing assertiveness in the region becomes more apparent. As the new administration in the Maldives aligns itself more closely with China, the balance of power in the region may be poised for a significant shift. Only time will tell how these changes will shape the future of the Indian Ocean region, and indeed the world.